Hello, Elizabeth here, and today I'm going to show you how to build this outdoor mud kitchen using IKEA products for under $100. My daughter loves playing outside, she loves a good play kitchen and any sort of sensory bin, so when I saw this hack all over Pinterest, I knew she was gonna love it and I had to build it for her. It only took me a few hours to make, and you do not need to be a carpenter. I did it all by myself. I'm gonna walk you through everything step by step. For this project, the absolute necessities are 2 of these KNAGGLIG wooden crates and at least 1 TROFAST bin. So you could actually do this for about 50 bucks if you go bare minimum. But to go the extra mile like I will be showing you in this video, you will also need one of these BEKVÄM spice racks, this SUNNERSTA shelf, a couple of these SUNNERSTA containers, these stainless steel pots and pans, and some extra TROFAST bins in different sizes, plus lids for them if you want. I also needed some additional screws for assembly because we are putting the parts together differently than the instructions call for. They have extra screws at IKEA as well, but I just used some that my husband already had in the garage. Start with one of the wooden crates. We're going to build this first crate mostly according to the instructions, so you can just follow the instructions that come included in the package. You'll start by attaching the longer 2 sides of the crate to the bottom piece. I used a drill to speed things up, but you can definitely use a handheld screwdriver if that's all you have. The one thing I did that's a bit different from the instructions is that I used a hammer to knock out the bottom 2 bars on one of the long sides of the crate. They're just nailed in, so you can whack them right off, and we will need these wooden bars later, so hang on to them. This is going to give us access to this area like a shelf, which is where I stored the stainless steel pots and pans. Then you're going to attach the shorter wooden bars on the remaining 2 sides of the crate. The pieces come pre-drilled, so you just have to line them up. Note that 2 out of the 6 short bars have a little notch in them to act as a handle. Those ones go on the top with the notch facing downwards. The side bars will look a little bit off on one side. That's because we knocked those 2 off the front, so it no longer lines up evenly. The bars will line up evenly on the side that we didn't knock the bars off, but they'll overhang a bit on the other side. And that's it for your first crate. The second crate is where we're going to throw the included instructions out the window. What is supposed to be the bottom piece of the second crate, we're going to use as a backsplash. So forget step 1 that we did on the previous crate and just set this bottom piece aside. Take one of the longer 2 sides of the crate and fully pull it apart. Again, they're just nailed in, so you can whack them apart and they should come off pretty easily. Once you have them all apart, you can pull the nails out of the wood with whatever tool you have that makes the most sense. Next, we're going to take the second long side of the crate and attach those shorter side pieces onto it. We will still be lining them up with the pre-drilled holes and use the included screws. It's just a bit more precarious because we don't have the rest of the structure in place like we did before. I found it easiest to do one of the short bars first and then use it for support while I did the other side. Once you have those attached, they will feel a bit wobbly, and this is where we will use the 2 smaller pieces of wood from the side we took apart to stabilize everything. Again, there are pre-drilled holes in both pieces that we just need to line up with the screws. Now we have a 3-sided crate with no bottom. What we will end up doing is stacking the first crate on top of the second crate, and then we'll attach the backsplash like this. Are you seeing the vision? So first we need to attach the 2 stacked crates together. My bottom crate was kind of bowing in. I'm not sure why, but you see how it's kind of bent inward here? So I didn't see people doing this next part in other tutorials I saw online, but I felt like to keep the structure of my 2 crates aligned, I needed to put one of the long boards from the sides we took apart on each of the outer edges to pull everything nice and level. So for this, I needed some longer screws that would go all the way through the long board on the outside into the shorter stabilizing pieces on the inside. I just took some from my husband's random screw collection. I cannot tell you what size they were, but I just held them up on the edge to check that the length would make it all the way into that inside piece. I'm not gonna lie, this part was a huge struggle for me. I could not get those screws to go through. I was just stripping them and getting so frustrated. But what I would suggest that you do, if you can, is to pre-drill holes for the screws with a drill bit, and then actually use a handheld screwdriver, not the drill, to put the screws into those pre-drilled holes. Once I figured that out, this was much easier. And if you don't have a drill, I think even just hand screwing a long screw all the way through would still work well. It's trying to screw them in with the drill that really didn't work well for me. And of course, if your crates are aligning well and they're not bending inward like mine did, you can skip this outer board thing altogether and just attach the two crates together with some screws around the edges. Once your crates are attached, you can create the backsplash, and for this we will use another 2 of those long boards. Now for this one, I pre-drilled holes and I shouldn't have done that. So you're screwing 2 fairly thin planks together here. You need the screw to be long enough to grab that second board, but short enough that it doesn't stick all the way through to the front of it, which is a challenging balance, and I found that pre-drilling the hole made it too hard to just gently grip that second plank. There was just too much space around it. So I ended up moving the screws to a different spot and just hand screwing them in with no pre-drilled holes. And because it doesn't have much grip on that second plank, I added a screw on each of the boards all the way up just to make sure it's super secure and doesn't have too much weight relying on just a couple of small screws. My wood was cracking, so I added some painter's tape before screwing the remaining screws in, which for some reason I thought was supposed to help with the cracking, but I've just Googled it and it says that it doesn't help with cracking. But let me tell you, none of the ones I put painter's tape on cracked, so either that's a coincidence or whatever I read on Google is wrong. I'll leave that up to you, but my personal experience says that the tape will help. Hooray! Now the main base is built. You could stop here and just add in your TROFAST containers and you'd be done. But if you want to take it a step further, you can also build this spice rack and attach it to your backsplash. For this, I just followed the included instructions. It's super quick and easy, and it doesn't include screws for hanging, so you'll just need 2 screws with a thicker rounded head like they show in these instructions. Again, I just stole some from my husband's collection. My favorite hack for perfect spacing with stuff like this is to use a long piece of painter's tape and mark where the holes are, and then you can just line them up where they need to be on the backsplash for hanging. And then you can just hook it onto those screws. I really like that it's removable. I put mine on and take it off depending on what we've got going on in the sensory bins, so it's nice to have the option of a bit more space. And then it's the fun part where you can set it up with all your bins and accessories. I bought several of the TROFAST bins so that I can swap them out, but here's a hot tip that I realized later. If you want to use 2 smaller TROFAST bins, they will fit way better if you put the large one in first and then put the 2 small bins inside it. There's no ledge along the backsplash for them to sit on, so the longer bin keeps everything upright so they won't fall through. The shovels, the watering can, and the cups you see in this clip are from my local dollar store, and then everything else is what I listed from IKEA at the beginning. My daughter's been loving playing with sand in the bins, and I got a giant bag of play sand from Walmart for $7, which has been perfect. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and if you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment letting me know what sort of videos you'd like to see in the future. See you later.